Hi, everyone, and welcome to Connections Resource Center. I'm Nat. I am Connections Communications and Outreach Coordinator, and I'm really excited to introduce Sarah Denis from SD Aquatics. Welcome, Sarah, and thank you so much for joining us. This is awesome.
Thanks so much for having me.
Now, Sarah, you are the owner at SD Aquatics, and you are actually, well, your pools were open, but you were actually at the DoubleTree, and you're also in Ottawa as well, where you give classes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you offer swimming lessons for children and adults, and you also offer that not just at the pools, but also in the private setting, so in people's homes as well.
Yes, exactly.
That's great. And you also offer aqua fitness, and that's for all age groups, and that includes children as well as seniors as well. So you have quite a few seniors who join you for the aqua fitness, the swimming lessons, and you even have lifeguard training, which I think is awesome as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And you also have the lifeguard training you actually have lifeguards who can go to parties and whatnot. So if you're throwing like a children's party, you can have a lifeguard there to kind of watch the kids while you entertain and have fun and whatnot as well.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
So right now, though, you're not actually able to offer these services because of the COVID-19, because there's been restrictions and whatnot. And we've been reading about that, about how there's been restrictions to access the public spaces. And for a while, we did hear that pools were a safe place to gather due to the chlorine, the disinfectants in the water. But they did decide, in fact, to start restricting. So we're just wondering why pools needed to be on the list of restricted public spaces.
Yeah. So like you said, yes, the chlorine does kill the bacteria once you touch it. Close it, it's just because most likely, like I said to my clients and everything, it is the whole changing rooms and everything, like everyone's in a little room where they change, and they're wet, it's all humid, so the virus likes it because it's really humid, it's really hot and everything. And everyone is touching everyone because there's so many people in that room. So it is hard to have like that 2 meter distance in between each pool. And I think it's not just Canada who closed it. It's mostly like around the world where every pool is closed. From what I see, because I'm part of a group on Facebook where there were different pool owners and everything. So pool managers and pool owners, and they're basically all closed down. Even the people, like some people that are from Australia, they have like pools at their house where they could only have like one person going in, but they've closed down too. So it's just a restriction of having everyone and everything. That's not scary, but yeah, it's where not the bacteria, the virus lives, and that's where we can't cross that line.
So yeah, so it's really about the safe distancing, right? The gatherings of groups and whatnot is really why you were able to continue your classes. But we did notice that you actually still do a few videos on your Facebook group. We've noticed you in the bathtub doing some workouts and whatnot, and showing your community, how to do certain exercises and whatnot. So I guess you do continue to work out in your own home. And I'm sure that you have a really great workout. And how do you feel about that? Like, how does a good solid workout routine benefit you during this time?
Yeah, so basically once we were shut down, so on March 15th, it took me about 2-3 weeks to first of all realize what was going on. And I felt like I needed to leave out some energy. I was, all my energy was concentrated. Like I'm used to working out like 5 days a week, and now it was kind of like a no working out a day, well, all week. So it was kind of hard. And for me also, like, I don't mind being a fool in front of people and being the clown when I'm teaching my swimming lessons or my aquafit, but it's kind of hard being on the internet because then you're on the internet. But I said, what the hell, let's try it, and let's do videos where we're working out. So I did kind of like translate my aqua fitness training into like a sort of a boot camp, basement boot camp. So it is for everyone. I do have one on Tuesdays that are more for seniors, where it's a little bit less impact and everything, but I do push everyone to join me and do their best, and I try to do alternatives for every move. So for me, I did it first of all for me to push myself, saying, okay, 3 times a week, I'm gonna be on camera. Even if there's someone, great. If there's no one, then at least I'll do my training. And a couple people came in, so that was great. And people are like, they're feeling like, yes, I do. I put it in my agenda, and it's training with Sarah, like this day on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. At least it forces you to do something, put something in your agenda, than just, oh, let's go take a walk. It's too cold today. I don't want to walk. So at least you're in your house, you do your 30, 45-minute workout, and then you're done for the day. So
No, well, we think it's awesome. We just love watching your videos, and we just think it's very creative, actually, and it's really great that you're offering this to your community. And like you said, it's really great as well for people who need the low impact, right? Because they're still looking for that kind of fitness. A lot of people aren't able to go out and do anything too hard on the body. So what you're offering is just really amazing, and we love that you have fun with it. It's just really great. I think you had one where you had a doll in with you at one point as well. I think you had one like that.
Yeah,
Is that possible? Yeah. That was great. We really enjoyed that. And you do this every so often, right, on your page? So you're pretty active on your Facebook page. So we'll have to make sure that in the comments section, we want to make sure people go and check you out, because it really is great. And we'll add your Facebook page as well as your website. So I guess the great thing about this is that people can continue to keep up a good workout rhythm even without access to a gym, basically, is what you're saying, right?
Yes. So basically, you kind of find like what you love. For people that they love dancing, like I'm not much of, I can't, so dancing is not really, but I do have friends where I post their videos, that they do Zumba, they do like a lot of things. So even if you don't follow me, I wish that, I want everyone to follow me, but even if you don't follow me because it's not your type of workout, I do want people to continue, like, go on YouTube, go on Facebook, and just type, like, if you like Zumba, type Zumba. If you like yoga, type yoga. If you like, I don't know, boot camp, well, you can follow me, or you can just type boot camp on Google, YouTube, and then you can find stuff, and you can, it's really fun, because if you don't like it after like 5 minutes, it's easy. You can just skip it and find something else. So it's not like at the gym where you're like, oh, okay, let's go for a whole Zumba class for an hour, and you're stuck in that class for an hour. So at least you can switch, but you can see what you like, and there's so many alternatives. You can find boot camp for seniors, Zumba for everyone. So it's really fun, and try to, just like if you would do like in a normal situation, normal living situation, say like, okay, every day or every 2 days, like I'm gonna go into my basement or in my living room, and I'm gonna do 20 minutes, 30 minutes of the thing I love, at least to keep you moving. It is hard to motivate ourselves, especially like if you don't have kids. Like, I don't have kids, so it is hard to motivate yourself to go outside or to exercise. But it is really important to exercise, because, if some people that have been stuck since a month and a half now, if you don't move, then it's not even, there is, the condition of the weight, but you can start having arthritis and whatnot, and your muscles start to become jelly and whatnot, and it is hard for your body at any age that you become like a big couch potato.
Yeah, and it is a difficult time as well, right? Because we are all stuck inside and there's a lot of stress as well. And you just sometimes don't feel like moving. So having this opportunity to kind of go online and to do something that you really enjoy doing it and to do it, you know, with a class or group, and you know there's other people out there, right? There's a great community of people.
Yeah.
And even if you do 5 minutes, at least you go through and you try different things. So that's what's so wonderful about this. And it's great for your body, like you're saying, but it's also amazing for your mental health as well, right? So it's just really, really
Yes.
important, definitely. So now I do understand that the COVID-19 has caused, and this is why we really wanted to invite you, is kind of talk about how to stay fit, right? How to help your body and your mental health. But as well, there's actually been some changes to the CPR methods that we use now. So my
Yeah.
question is, we're all wondering if I witness an emergency or see someone who appears to be unconscious or isn't breathing, is it possible to give CPR during this time?
Yes, it is. So basically, they changed like the Red Cross and the Life Saving Society. That are the two main uh, educational partners for Canada. They basically went on and they said like you could still treat someone. We like to say the term treating as lifeguards. But they do trying to push us not to do mouth to mouth.
Right.
So basically, you can still touch the person because it's not written on your forehead like you have the COVID-19, right? So especially if it's a stranger, you don't know. But they do say like, okay, you can still do CPR if you're trained or if there's an emergency and you kind of know how to do CPR. But they do say like, okay, try not to do mouth to mouth. If you have to, they'll said that you have to find like a cloth. So basically, for us as lifeguards, we have a mask and everything, but it's not everyone who has a lifeguard mask. So they do try. They said like to use like a little cloth. So it can be like a t-shirt, a cloth, anything that's mostly cotton based. So not plastic, so not like synthetic and everything, but cotton because it is a breathable material. So cotton is a living plant. So it does shoot out the air compared to synthetic that it's made of plastic. The air doesn't go through as good as the cotton. So if you do have to have like give mouth to mouth, they ask you to do like put a little cloth on their mouth and give mouth to mouth. But that's really if you think that person's been lying there for a long time and that needs air. They do say like between close to 5 to 10 after a person has taken their last breath. You could still there's still oxygen in the body from 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what research you do. But it's about 5 to 10 minutes. So you could still do compressions for 5 to 10 minutes and have that oxygen keep going to the brain. So for us, we don't care about the toes, the fingers. We only care about the brain. The brain does everything. So if you can still keep that blood flowing to the brain with oxygen, that's great. And yes, if you do have to do mouth to mouth, we do ask you to protect yourself. Protect yourself and protect the other person with a cloth and no more of just putting your mouth on the person.
And you were actually going to come on as well and show us, right? Was it to do the compressions or? Yeah,
It was to
okay.
give
All right.
you
Well,
like a kind of like a whole cycle kind of thing, like what we teach our future
right.
lifeguards on how to do
Awesome.
CPR.
Okay, awesome. All
Okay.
right. Well, I just first I'll let you show our viewers, our community, how that training, what you were talking about, the CPR. But first, I'd like to say thank you so much for coming. I really want to urge people to check out your Facebook page, your website. Though the pools are closed, they might actually reopen in time, right? So you might, it'd be a great idea to kind of keep tabs on that if you are interested in swimming lessons, either at home or at the pools, or aqua fitness, or lifeguard training and whatnot. So I really urge people to check you out. And I really want to thank you for coming. This is really amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'll say bye to everyone, and I'll let Sarah show her her CPR. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, so hello again. So I'll just move the laptop so I can have the ground. So basically, I'll show you how to do CPR for an adult. So I won't be teaching you how to do all the CPRs because we do have 3 different CPRs for adults, children, and infants. So I'll only be showing you how to do adults. So it is kind of like a little doll. It's not an adult. Unfortunately, my adult dummies are held hostage at the pool, so I couldn't get them. But I'll still show you how to do basically what you need to do if you do find someone that is unconscious and not breathing, because you can't do CPR on someone that is breathing. It's only on someone that is not breathing. So basically what you want to do is you want to check out everything that's around you and see that that everything's good. So you don't want to run into a fire and go and get someone. You don't want to run in where there's broken glass everywhere. You want to help someone that is in a safe area. So we don't want to have 2 victims, we only want to have 1 victim. So basically, if everything's good, you go and see the person. So we do try to use us talking and also touching the person, because let's say someone is deaf. They can't hear us, so we can be screaming as much as we want to wake them up. They won't hear us. So what we're going to say is, "Hello, ma'am, sir, can you hear us?" Pinch their toes. Anything that you can pinch, try to pinch them. And you want to pinch them a little hard, okay? And you don't want to be like, "Oh, okay," you want to be pinching them. So if ever you have, because yes, it is the COVID-19, if you ever have gloves, it can be like plastic gloves, it can be like your winter gloves, whatever, always try to put them. If you don't have gloves and you want to help the person, keep going. So you want to check their breathing. So you want to see if they're breathing. So you always want to check if their stomach is going up and down and you can feel something. So yes, because of the COVID-19, we want to be as far as possible to the person. So you can just see their stomach. You can go close behind themselves and see if their stomach is going. If you're not that afraid, like if you're comfortable doing, you can go and have your ear close to their mouth and feel for 5 seconds. So you don't want to take your time, you just want to do it for 5 seconds. If you don't feel any breath going, or if you don't see the stomach going up and down, then you call immediately 911. Okay, so at 911, when you call 911, you want to have as many details as you can. So that means if it's a child, if it's a baby, if it's an adult, if it's a senior, if it's a pregnant woman, if it's I don't know, as many details as you want. You want to give their address also, where you are, and you want to keep them going. So you don't want to close the phone. You always want to keep them in touch until the paramedics do come. If you have someone with you, so if you have what we call a bystander, use the bystander. Give the bystander that information. So basically what you want to do is, the person isn't breathing. So you checked, it is not breathing. So what you want to do a head tilt, chin lift. So what is it? It's our head is round. You will be able to push their head back to open that airway. So, like I said before, you don't have to do mouth to mouth. So I will still show you how to do mouth to mouth as much as you can, but you don't have to do it as the oxygen is still in the body if the person just went unconscious. So you want to go put 2 fingers here on the chin and 2 fingers or a palm, and then push the head back. So do it slowly. You don't want to rip the head off. Do it slowly, and you want to push it back. You want to keep it in that position. So you don't want the head to go back to normal. You want to keep that position. Then after, you want to take that little cloth, like I said. It can be taking your shirt off if you want. Anything that is cotton, use that cotton. So you're going to put it on their mouth, and you're going to breathe into it. So you're going to give 2 breaths. So 1, 2, okay? So you want to try to blow as much as you can. Pinch their nose also. If you can pinch their nose so the air stays in the body and not going out through the nose. So once you've done your 2 breaths, you want to do compressions. How do we do compressions? That's the hard part. If you want to test it out on yourself first, go onto your rib cage and climb up. Climb up, climb up, climb up, climb up, climb up. And you're going to see that your rib cage kind of stops. So your 2 rib cage come in, that's the thorax. And then you want to do like maybe a fist over that thorax. And that's where basically your heart kind of is. Your heart is mostly more here, but you want to go there. And what you want to do is you want to do 30 compressions with the palm of your hand, not with your fingers, with the strongest part of your hand here. You're going to put one hand on the victim and then another one, and you're going to push down with your whole body. You don't want to be like this. You want to be pushing down with your whole body. So how you go down? You go down about 5 centimeters. It is a long way to go to get to the heart. So it's about a fist down. You might see that the first compression, it is harder because sometimes you do have to break the rib cage. So you're not breaking here, you're breaking here. So they're floating rib cage. So it's better. It's not a bone, it's cartilage. So it's easier to break. It's kind of like breaking a nose. Then you're gonna go like this, and you're gonna do 30. So one cycle is 2 breaths, 30 compressions. So you always want to be in the middle of your victim, and you want to push down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 30. You want to do those compressions pretty fast. So right now, the Life Saving Society, they've had a new song. The song that we use is the song of the shark. Baby do 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 do, baby do 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 do, baby shark. So basically the do, that's your compression. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 30. And then you go back again to your breathing. So you do 2 breaths and 30 compressions. And that's basically, you keep going until the paramedics come. If you do see that the person is starting to breathe, so if you hear like in those movies, like the whole, like the big breathing and whatnot, that's when you stop. Like I said, you don't want to do CPR on someone that is breathing. It's not going to work because they're already breathing. So basically, the important stuff, like I said before about the new CPR, is just that they're asking you to do more, focusing more on the compressions than the actual mouth-to-mouth, the breathing part. So if you do know the person, like it's your child, it's your mom, it's a member of your family that's living in your house, go ahead, do mouth-to-mouth. But if it is someone that isn't a member of your family, try to do your compressions first, and then you can do your breathing if you are comfortable. Like I said, as a lifeguard, we never want to have two victims. We always want to have one victim, the original victim. So you want to focus on those compressions to keep the air going in and out in that brain. So the red blood cells going in and out of your brain to keep that brain oxygenized. So that's basically it. If you do want to have, like, if I was going too fast, I do apologize. But if you want to do your research, you can always go on YouTube. On YouTube, there is a lot of CPR. Try to remember that every country is different on their CPR. So try to do CPR Canada, so it follows what Health Canada is asking. You can find videos on what we use as a sponsor is the Life Saving Society, so you can use that. They have a lot of videos. They also have like a kind of like a cheat sheet for you to remember. But yeah, like I said, if you can't do mouth-to-mouth compressions, and always number one, 911. That's your main. These are the ones that you want to be friends with. If you have someone, if you have someone that is CPR trained, give them CPR. But if you're not comfortable to give CPR, that's okay. Just go and call 911 always first. So that's basically it for me. I do want to thank you again for letting me host that CPR training. If you have any questions, you can always contact the Resource Center, or you can always send me a message on Facebook, and I would be glad to help you out. So with that going on, I am going to tell you have a good afternoon and hope to see you in the future.